Once again, page 52, question 1. X age 42 years is a resident salaried employee. Salary being 40,000 per month. So 40,000 into 12, 4 lakh, 80,000 annual salary. During the previous year 16 to 17, he makes the following investments or deposits or payments. First, life insurance premium policy was taken in 2010 on the life of married daughter. Rupees 6,000, sum assured is 20,000. Life of married daughter. In the notes we had seen that you can take the benefits in first one either on yourself, spouse, children, whether dependent or independent. So married daughter may be independent but still deduction will be allowed. Is everyone clear with this? And because it's taken in 2010, the policy, what will be the maximum limit before 2012, 1st April 2012? Yes, 20% of sum assured. Page number 47 you will find that. In bracket we have written life insurance premium maximum 20% of sum assured if policy is issued before April 2010. Do you find this? 2012. So this one will be 20%. Now, mark it as 80C. This will give you deduction of 80C. 80C. Life insurance premium policy taken in 2013 on his own life, so that is also included. 2,700 and sum assured is 60,000. Policy is taken in 2013 after 1/4/12. So 10%. What is 60,000? 10%. 6,000. So full 2,700 will be allowed. Even in the previous one, 20% of 20,000 is 4,000. So we cannot take 6,000. We will take only 4,000. Okay, so in that 20,000, write down in bracket in the first information, maximum 20%. Means there we cannot take 6,000, we'll have to take 20,000, 20% only 4,000. Raise your hand who did not understand the first point. Sum assured is 20,000 in the first point. And policy is taken in 2010. So maximum limit is 20% of sum assured. Now what is 20,000 is 20%? 4,000. So you cannot take deduction of 6,000. You will claim only 4,000. Did you understand this, everyone? Whereas in information B, policy is issued during 2013. So from 2012 onwards, 1st April 2012 onwards, that 20% has been reduced to 10%. Okay. So therefore, instead of 60,000, what is 60,000? 10%? 6,000. Here 2,700 is within the limit of 6,000. We'll take full 2,700. Any confusion in this? Life insurance premium policy taken in 2011 on the life of his dependent sister. No. Only self, spouse, children. Your own family. So, unlike sister and put cross, no deduction. Contribution towards recognized provident fund is included, mark it as ATC. Which provident fund? This is the only provident fund not included. Unrecognized. Recognized is included, statutory is included, public is included. RPF, SPF, PPF, all the three are included. Contribution towards public provident fund, ATC. Repayment of loan taken from LIC for purchase of residential house property, that will also get you ATC. Repayment of principal amount of loan. And contribution towards modified equity linked savings scheme of India. So equity linked savings scheme also you get deduction of ATC. Find out the tax liability of X for the assessment year 17 to 18, assuming that income, make it income. Insert the word income after assuming. From house property is rupees 18,600. So two incomes will come in gross income, salary and house property. Raise your hand who is not clear with any point in the question. All are clear with this? So let us solve it. Mr. X. Age is very important throughout the chapter because rate of tax will depend on that. So underline that 42 years. That is less than 60 years of age. Okay. Previous year, (16 to 17). Assessment year 17 to 18. Yes, I'll start now. Be ready. First, we have to count the incomes. Two incomes are there: salary and house property. So let out income from salary 40,000 into 12. 4,80,000. Okay, and income from house property that is given at the end 18,600. Okay, so gross total income is 4,98,600. Now from that we have to subtract deductions. Under section 80C, and in this year now you have up till 80U. Last year you had only two deductions, 80C and 80D. This year many more will be covered. So right now we have studied only three deductions. 80C first. Now what are we have marked as 80C? All those payments will be taken in the inner column, first column of amount. Life insurance premium. Now first it is on daughter, and then we have to take 2010, so maximum 20%. 20,000 20% is 4,000. So we will not take 6,000, we will take 4,000 only. Any confusion in this? Then life insurance premium on own life. Here 60,000 10% is 6,000, but 2,700 is already within the limit of 6,000, so we'll take 2,700. Raise your hand who is not clear why the first one we have taken 20% and second one we have taken actual amount of 2,700. Anyone not clear with this? All are clear with this portion? Clear? What is the maximum limit if policy is issued before 1/4/12? So 20,000, 20% is 4,000 and payment done is 6,000, but maximum limit is 4,000. And what is the maximum limit if policy is issued after 1/4/12? 10%. What is 10% of 60,000? 6,000. 2,700 is already within 6,000, so 2,700 will be fully taken. Did you understand this portion, everyone? Third one is not included. Then contribution to recognized provident fund, then contribution to public provident fund, then repayment of housing loan, then contribution to ELSS. Okay, equity linked savings scheme, that is ELSS, 14,000. Anything else marked as ADC? Now 4, 6, 15, 45, 95, 109, 700. 1,09,700 is the total payments done. Okay. And what is the maximum limit? 1,50,000. So will you get full amount 1,09,700 or not? So deduction amount will be 1,09,700. Raise your hand who did not understand this. All are clear with this? Because your investments are within 1,50,000, you will get full amount. If they are above 1,50,000, then you will restrict it to 1,50,000. Yes?
Total is coming to 89,000. So
89,700. So deduction amount will be also 89,700. Is everyone clear with this? If it crosses 1,50,000, then you get deduction of only 1,50,000. Now 4,98,600 minus 89,700, so 4,08,900. 4,08,900 is called net income. and this is the taxable income. Now this income you have to see for the rebate purpose. Okay, just for your information I'm writing it with reading, but you may write it with pencil if you want it. For rebate under section 87A, you will see this income after the reductions. If that income comes within 5 lakhs, you will get the rebate. If that income comes more than 5 lakhs, you will not get the rebate. Okay, after the reduction, if net income comes less than or equal to, even equal to 5 lakhs, you will get the rebate. If it is more than 5 lakhs, you will not get the rebate. So, is Mr. X eligible for the rebate? Yes. Now, first we will count income tax. Okay, so he is 42 years of age. So, for 42 years of age person, everyone has written up till here, anyone still writing it, raise your hand. Up to 2,50,000 the taxes nil. Okay, up to 2,50,000 in a column, first column of amount, the taxes nil. Any confusions? Then 2,50,000 to 5 lakhs, it is 10%. Does it come between 250 to 5 lakhs, 408,900? But you will not take up to 5 lakhs, his income is 408,900. So from 2,50,000 to the income of 4,08,900, he has to pay tax of 10%. What is this gap? 1,58,900? From 250 to 408,900. What is his income in this range? 1,58,900. On that he has to pay 10% tax. 15,890. Any confusion in this? Okay, if his income is above 5 lakhs, then you would have restricted 250 to 5 lakhs. 2,50,000 is 10%, 25,000. And then above 5 lakhs, we would have charged 20%. Is everyone clear with this? But your income is less than 5 lakhs. So 250 to 4,08,900. What is his income in this range? 1,58,900. On that 10% tax, 15,890. Any confusions? So total taxes 15,890. Now from the tax, first you will minus rebate. Then you will add cess. Is everyone clear with it? Here he is eligible for rebate because it's less than 5 lakhs. So from that first we will minus rebate under section 87A. %100% of tax. What is that? 15,890 or rupees 5,000, whichever is less. So will you take 15,890 or 5,000? 5,000. Any confusion in this? Don't take 15,890 minus 5,000, 10,890. You have to take 100% of tax amount or 5,000 out of these two, whichever is less. So out of these two, which one is less? 5,000. 15,890 minus 5,000, 10,890. Okay, that is taxable tax liability. In that now we have to add 2%. Education cess 10,890 into 2%. 2,1,8. Is everyone clear with this? And 1% she says. What is she? Secondary and Higher Education Cess. One percent of 10890,109. Okay. So 10,800, 11,100, 12,200 and 17. Tax is always rounded up to nearest multiple of 10. So 11,217 means you will pay tax of 11,200. So everyone is clear with this? Anyone having any doubt in it? Now let us see the next deduction, 80D, page 49. So everyone is clear with this one? Did you all take out page number 49? Yes, be rendered now. Page 49, deduction under section 80D, individual or HUF, premium out of taxable income to approved scheme of GIC, that is Mediclaim, or any other approved insurer, unlike Mediclaim. Basically, what is included in 80D? Mediclaim insurance premium, or health insurance premium, or wellness insurance premium. Names may be different because now privatization is there. So private insurance companies are also there. They keep their own names. Some call it as Mediclaim, some call it as health insurance, some call it as wellness insurance. Whatever are the names, the purpose is to cover your medical sickness and if you are hospitalized for minimum 24 hours. Is everyone clear with this? So if insurance policy of medical is taken, then the premium paid is allowed for this deduction of 80D. Second, insurance on the health of assessee, spouse, dependent parents or children, members of HUF. So if you remember, 80C was for which all people? Self, spouse, children. Here unlike parents. And that dependent word is for children. Children will be included only if they are dependents. So that dependent in bracket of children, you can mention that. Parents may be dependent or independent, spouse may be dependent or independent, but children will be included for 80D's purpose only if they are dependent. Payment should be made by check, maybe by bearer, cross or account pay. Check means any mode of bank. Cash should not be paid for this premium. If you pay it in cash, you will not get deduction of 80D. Bank entry should be there. So check, debit card, credit card, NEFT, RTGS, IMP is all allowed. Entry should be there in the passbook. Is everyone clear with this? Now in the payments, this third column where premium out of taxable income is paid to Mediclaim, a number that is 1 on the left side, below that write down number 2. Or if you write down below that number 2. Okay? I repeat it, in the third column. After premium out of taxable income to approved scheme of GIC or any other approved insurer, below that write down number 2. Expense incurred on preventive health checkup. Is everyone clear with this? If any expenses incurred on preventive health checkup, that is also covered under section 80B. Okay. Third write down. Contribution to. Whose mobile is this? Rishad. Switch it off fast. Contribution to CGHS. The Central Government Health Scheme. If you have made any contribution towards Central Government Health Scheme, that will also give you deduction under section 80. Okay. One more is there, fourth payment. Whenever you find the space, left side, right side, adjust it. And now, medical expenditure on super senior citizen. In bracket if Mediclaim is not there. So for super senior citizens, in case if Mediclaim policy was not taken and it does not exist, and you have spent any amount of medical expenditure on that treatment or sickness or illness, then that also qualifies for 80D. 4 payments are included. One is medical insurance premium or health insurance premium. Second is preventive health checkup, any expense incurred on preventive health checkup. Okay. Third is contribution to central government health scheme, and fourth is any medical expenditure on senior, super senior citizen above 80 years of age. Okay. Now, maximum limit column 15,000. Now it is 25,000. Make it 25,000. And 20,000 for senior citizens. Make it 30,000. Extra 5,000 you get if there is a senior citizen, and you get this limit separately for your own family, self, spouse, children. You get the deduction of 25,000. For parents, you get separate deduction of 25,000. And if in any of the two situations, senior citizen is included, then instead of 25,000, you get 5,000 extra. You get up to 30,000. So suppose assessee is less than 60 years of age, then for self, spouse and children, he'll get 25,000. But his parents are senior citizens or super senior citizens, then for parents, he'll get limit of 30,000. Now suppose assessee is also above 60 years of age, 62 years, 63 years. So for himself, spouse and children, he'll get deduction up to 30,000. And quite obvious, parents would be senior citizen in case if they are alive. Then for them again he will get deduction of 30, 30 and 30, 60. Is everyone clear with it? So anywhere, if senior citizen is included in the two categories, then instead of 25, it will become 25 plus 5, 30. Any confusions up till here? Further. 100% deduction or 100% of premium paid, or make it 25 or 30,000 for senior citizens, whichever is less. Now in maximum limit, for this preventive health checkup, there is a maximum limit of only 5,000. So suppose for yourself you have spent 2,000 rupees, for wife you have spent 2,000, 4,000, for children you have spent 1,500. That goes to 5,500. You get limit of only 5,000. And that amount may be paid in cash. Even then you qualify for ATD. So that preventive medical health care checkup expense, you must have the receipt, proof. Even if it is paid in cash, it is allowed. Okay. So on the right side or left side right now, preventive health checkup 5,000 maximum limit. Preventive health checkup maximum limit 5,000. Okay. In bracket may be paid in cash. In bracket may be paid in cash. So are you all clear with all the terms and conditions of ATD? Any doubt in this? So once again, which 4 payments qualify for ATD? First, medical insurance premium. Second, preventive health checkup. Third, contribution to CGHS. Fourth, expenditure on medical treatment of super senior citizens. Okay. Terms and conditions, it should be for self, spouse, children only, dependent parents. Okay. Further, payment of 3 things out of the 4 should be made by, except preventive health checkup, should be made by check or any mode of bank. Preventive health care checkup may be paid in cash. Maximum limit for self, spouse and children 25,000. For parents 25,000. In any of the cases, senior citizen included, then it goes to 30. Okay. And for preventive health checkup, the maximum limit is 5,000. Raise your hand who is not clear with this ATD. Now, page number 52. Question number 2. Yes, they read it. For the previous year 16 to 17, the business income of X, age 29 years, is rupees 11,07,000. Business income is given to you 11,07,000. During the year, he pays the following and then by check. So it's clearly given all the payments are made by check to get tax benefit. Medical insurance premium and life insurance premium policies are taken between 11 to 12, means before 1/4/12. So maximum limit would be during 11 to 12 means before 1/4/12. Maximum limit would be 20% of sum assured. Okay? Where it's written medical insurance premium, that will qualify for 80D. And where it's written life insurance premium, that will qualify for 80C. So do one thing, medical insurance premium market as 80D, life insurance premium market as 80C. Now we'll read them. If they are eligible, you'll put tick on the amount. If they are not, you'll put cross. Okay, but whatever comes in the column of medical insurance premium will qualify for 80D and life insurance premium for 80C. First, I am reading the whole question from life insurance premium point of view, otherwise you get mixed up with the two deductions. So, insured person, taxpayer, spouse and children. So in 80C self, spouse, children are included. For Mr. X 15,000, put tick, it will be allowed. Plus means see below that. At the bottom of the table, next page, plus sign. Less than 20%. Maximum limit is 20% of sum assured because policies are taken during 11 to 12. So below the table it is clarified that amount is less than 20% of sum assured, means full 15,000 can be taken. Any confusion in this? Raise your hand. All are clear with this? Mrs. X, not dependent upon X, doesn't make any difference because in 80C self, spouse and children, whether dependent or independent. Sum assured is 80,000, amount is 20,000. Here cancel that plus sign, sum assured is given to you. What is 80,000's 20%? 16,000. So we will not take 20,000, we will take 16,000. Do you understand this? Son, 2,000. Not dependent upon X, does not make any difference. Did you put tick on 15,000, put tick on 20,000?
Yes.
Then son 2,000 again, dependent or not dependent will be included. Put tick on that. Plus means it's less than 20%. Daughter, dependent upon X, still 700 will be included. Put tick on that. This all will qualify for 80C. Parents of the taxpayer. Parents, are they included? So no need to read it further. Put cross on 500, put cross on 6,000. Raise your hand who did not understand this. 80C you will not get if you get it for parents. Others, grandparents, father of Mrs. X, father-in-law and brother, not included. So again put cross on 2,000, 7,000, 4,500. Anyone who did not understand 80C? Now let us read the whole information from 80D's point of view, medically. First, X 12,000 is allowed, put tick on that. Mrs. X 4,500 is allowed, put tick on that. Next page, that 800 is of that son, cancel from here and take it on the next page, 800 against son. And that 2,500 is of daughter. Son is 800, cancel from the previous page. Instead of 2,500, make it 800 and daughter's amount is right now 2,500. Son, now tell me, I told you in 80D, children are included only if they are dependent. And here is given son is not dependent. So 800 will not be taken. Put cross on 800. Any confusion? And daughter is dependent, so it will be included. Put tick on 2,500. Okay, here the maximum limit will be 25,000. 12,000 plus 4,500 plus 2,500 will be restricted to maximum 25,000. Self, spouse and children. Parents are included? Yes. Father, unlike age 62 years, so maximum limit will go to 30,000. 1,000 put tick. And mother 59 years, but still any one person is also a senior citizen, you'll get limit of 30,000. Is everyone clear with this? So put tick on 36,000 also. Now, is in 80D grandparent, father of Mrs. X and brother included? No. Only self, spouse, children and parents are included. So put cross on 500, 800 and 900. They will not qualify for 80D. Any doubt in this? Below that, besides, X paid 1,16,000 towards a pension fund of LIC. Which deduction? 80CCC. Pension fund scheme of LIC. That will qualify for 80CCC. Is everyone clear with this? Find out the net income and liability of X for the assessment year 72. So everyone is clear with the question? Make the columns. That is the only income. Write down income from business. Yes, what is going on? 11,07,000. No other income is given, so this itself is gross total income. Deductions under section 80C to 80U. Now first 80C, so life insurance premium. Now there are more than one deductions, so keep it in a, or you can take it here, no problem, we'll take it in the outer columns as negative figures. Life insurance premium of Mr. X 15,000. Mrs. X, will we take 20,000? Yes, 80,000. 20% we will take 16,000. Is everyone clear with this? Son 2,000. Daughter 700. That's it. No other payment qualifies for ETC. So 15, 31, 33, 33,700. What is the maximum limit? No, we'll not take right now. 80CCC is also there. So 80C, CCC and 80CCD. All the three together qualify for limit of 1,50,000. So first we'll take 80 CCC. Contribution to pension fund of LIC. Okay, contribution to pension fund of LIC 1,16,000. Now 33,700 plus 1,16,000, 1,49,700. And here the maximum limit for ATC, CCC and CCD is 1,50,000. So you get deduction of 1,49,700. In bracket, this amount will get subtracted later on. Anyone having it out in this? So ATC and CCC's cumulative deduction, you get 1,49,700. It is within the maximum limit of 1,50,000. If CCD is also there, then that will also be included for the limit of 1,50,000. Any confusions? Now we will take ATD. Doing it on the other side now. Okay, Mediclaim premium on X himself is 12,000. Mrs. X is 4,500. Spouse, even if independent, it is given, but son independent is not given, so son will not get. Daughter dependent, so it will be allowed 2,500. So self, spouse and children. The total comes to 12 plus 4, 16 plus 2, 18 plus 1, 19,000. And maximum limit is 25,000. So entire 19,000 will be given in the deduction. Okay. And then for parents, so Mediclaim premium on father 1,000, mother 36,000, total 37,000. Here the maximum limit taken now will be 30,000. In bracket, since father senior citizen. So instead of 25 you get limit of 30,000. 37 or 30, which one will you take? 30,000. Did you understand this deduction amounts, everyone? Anyone having any doubt in it? Now do it 11,07,000 minus 1,49,700 minus 19,000 minus 30,000. Yes? 9 lakh? 80,000? 9,08,300 net income. Is everyone clear with this? Now we'll count the tax liability. Will it qualify for rebate? Based on net income, we can say rebate you get only if it is within 5 lakhs. Based on this, we can say no rebate would be given under section 87A. Okay? The person will not qualify for rebate because his net income is more than 5 lakhs. Now tax payable or income tax amount. (29 years). So up to 2,50,000. No tax. Then 2,50,000 to 5 lakhs. 25,000. 2,50,000 into 10%. 25,000. Okay, this difference 2,50,000 into 10%. And then 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs, what is the rate? 20. We'll take 5 lakhs to 9,08,300. (4,08,300) into 20%. 816,660. Total 106,660. Now no rebate, straight away you will add cess. % education cess. 10,660 into 2%. 2,133. 1% secondary and higher education cess. 109,860. It's already a multiple of 10. Total tax payable. So, did every one of you understand this? Tomorrow we'll try to cover 2 or at least 2 or 3 reductions more. Okay. Bye everyone.